Welcome back, and let's talk today about 5 biggest mistakes which people do while building the race cars, including me. For those who are new here, I am Ignas, co-founder of Ringfreaks and also a guy who really loves cars. And over the last 10 years we have built more than 50 race cars. And actually we were not only building them, but we were renting them out for the Nürburgring. We have some cars which have already driven more than 100,000 kilometers in the track, which is equal to 1 million kilometers on the street by stress and load on the car. So I'm confident enough that we have made all the possible mistakes while building and running race cars. And before we move to the first biggest mistake, please subscribe our channel, because nearly 60% of our viewers did not subscribe us yet. So show some support and let's move on. Mistake number 1, wrong car. Many people start the project from the car which we already have or we just like to have, and they are not thinking where we will go with that car. First of all, you need to decide where you will go with that car. If you are going for racing, then that's easy. You simply need to choose the car which is best in the class where you are aiming to drive, and that's all. For example, like in the Nürburgring, E90 325 is the fastest car in the class for the 2.5 liters atmospherical engines. That's it. You need to choose E90 325, not any other model, because you will be dead last in every race without a chance to win. If your goal is just to go for track days and training, then you have a bigger choice of cars. You can choose the car which you like, but keep in mind, you always need to check for your model if there are race parts available. Also, how much costs like body panels and other stuff, because if you take a rear car and you have no race parts available, and also body panels and other stuff is really expensive, it will be really difficult to build it and as well to run it, and if you have any damages, to repair it. So it will be a complete nightmare to run such cars in the track days. You will be just always worrying about your parts and not about the driving. So all in all, it's easy. If you go for the race, choose the best car in the class. If you go just for track days, choose the car which you like, but keep in mind part availability. Mistake number 2, modify then repair. And I have seen this so many times around here, that people buy old car and they start modifying it. They buy new coilovers, bigger wheels, bigger brakes, spoiler, whatever, racing seat. But the car itself is like 20-year-old BMW without any maintenance, with oil leaks, with broken vanos in the engine, and you simply go to the track with that. In the first day, it will give you such a bad time. It will start leaking oil even more. The bearing will start to make some sound because it will heat up from the brakes a little bit more. The gearbox will give up, and so on. So guys, always, when you start the project, simply first get the car to the best possible condition as it can be, and then start modifying. And then the car will give you a best time, because actually the cars are really durable and it will last really long time if you take care of it in advance. So guys, first repair, prepare, and then modify. And we came to number 3, no money, no honey. Motorsport is a very expensive thing and you can do nothing about that. Well, but you can count before, right? Some people build their projects, really nice cars, big brakes, big engine, big tires and everything, and later we understand that the cost to run that car is enormous and we simply cannot afford to use it. Maybe we take it just for a day or 2 in a year, but most of the time it's standing because it's really expensive to run that car. So first of all, before even starting the project, please calculate how much it will cost you to run that car, how much the tires, brakes, maintenance will cost you, also how much the entrance for the track days or racing will cost. So make a calculation, what kind of budget you need for a year to really have, let's say, at least to go with that car 1 time per month to the track, and to see if you can afford that. And if not, maybe you need to go 1 step lower with your project. Maybe you had in mind to build BMW M3 and to drive it on the track, but your budget says build Citroen C1. Well, build Citroen C1. You will be much happier driving C1 on the track than just seeing the standing M3. And the 4th biggest mistake people do while building the race cars is building it in stages. And that's the big mistake which I also did with my first big project, BMW E30. Don't build it in stages. Do it in one go. Make a good plan. Buy all the parts which are needed. Maybe the car will be standing in the workshop a bit longer, but you will build it once and good. And you will forget the building phase and you will enjoy driving it. When you are building it in stages, in first month, you want to add some better suspension. In second stage, you add racing seat with 6-point harness. In third stage, you maybe are rebuilding part of the engine. In fourth stage, you think, okay, maybe I need a roll cage. In fifth stage, you need something else. And you need to do the same work over and over and over again. And you need to use so many parts which are useful in stage 2, but you need to throw them away in stage 4. It will cost you more money, more time while building in stages, and most importantly, you will sacrifice your safety, because most of the people, including me, are putting the safety in the last place, in the last stage. So simply like, we first will build the big engine, a grippy suspension, bigger wheels, so the car can go really faster, and in the last stage they think, okay, when I finish everything with like performance modifications, then I will strip the car completely and I will build the roll cage in the last stage, and when the car will be done. You are lucky if you make to that last stage before putting the cage, but some cars, or not every people, last till that stage. So please build car in one go. It will take you more time, but you will do it once, you will do it better, you will save money, and also, most importantly, the car will be safest as it can be. And the fifth biggest mistake is no plan. People start the project, and when we try to figure out what we will do with the car, that's totally wrong, because you will be using the wrong parts. You will build the car wrong for what you want to do, and you will simply waste your time and money. Before you do anything, before you purchase the car, before you order any parts, before anything, simply sit down, take your time, take a sheet of paper and write down the complete plan. Where you will go with the car, what kind of car is best for that, what kind of parts you will be using, how much the maintenance costs, how much race parts cost, and if they are available, also how much standard parts cost for that car to make a repair if you damage that. And lastly, you will know if you can really afford that car. And after you have the basic plan, then you need to go with the every line really detailed before even purchasing anything. You need to make a detailed list of parts which you need to order, jobs which you have to do with the car, and then also figure out if you can do all the jobs by yourself, or if you need to hire someone to do that. If you need to hire someone to do that, you need already to know which company exactly will do the jobs, so your project does not get stuck in middle of the way. You need to have the simple paper with every detail written on it, with every part, every work, who will do the work, how much time and money will take it for you to do that, and then start doing the car. And for the end of the video, there is advice from me. Simply enjoy the process. Simply enjoy the process of planning the race car, building the car. Be curious about every step you are going to do with your car. Learn and get some information. That's really like evolutionary process. And every day you will get better and better with your building car. And that's how it will go. And also, don't be too hard on yourself. Your first project will probably suck. The second will be better. The fifth, you will think, it drives well. The 10th, you will think, oh, that's perfect. That's the best you can do. When you build the 20th car, you think that 10th should have went to the scrap. That's how it will go. That's the evolution, right? So don't be too hard on yourself, but always try to do your best, what you can on your project car, to make the car as good as you can, with much effort, and then enjoy it at the track. Please share in comments what kind of mistakes have you done with your cars. I'm really curious. See you next time.